Peace, peace, peace. It's your boy Carlos Parks. Welcome to the Versatile Experience podcast. And I know I've been absent for a while. Um, Number of reasons why that is so. And I'm on here today, and I don't have any guests. I don't have any co-hosts. I just came on because something was on my mind. A friend of mine, colleague, peer, OG really kind of put something on my mind, on my heart that I had to go in about, right? So I don't know how well received this will be, but it's like sometimes when you hear things you can't unhear it, and what I heard troubled me, and he kept saying the same thing over and over, right? Like, like, why y'all ain't doing nothing? Nobody doing nothing. Nobody saying nothing. And I'm listening to him, right? And it wasn't until he shared with me this video that I realized that hold up, you did right. So I'm gonna like I gotta he's already manning the fight, right? I gotta join in because there's no way I can stand back and not say something about this. And what I'm talking about, what I'm speaking on, is the fact that Charleston White is a whole pedophile, right? Not only a pedophile, he's a convicted rapist, right? Like this is not made up, right? This is the man is a convicted rapist, right? Convicted rapist, and the young lady who he raped has gone public, long time ago, and no one is paying attention to it. Nobody's listening. It's on YouTube. It's not getting views. I don't know if it's the algorithm that's preventing it from getting out, because I feel like that they really need him, right? They need him because he generates views. So this is like like almost like a deal with the devil. You got this idiot over here who I've never liked, right? But for some reason, people have always gravitated to him and hung on everything he said, right? And the more that happened, the more views he got. He would say some outlandish and crazy stuff. And he was super trolling and going in on everybody. Like I don't know how he's still on the planet, the type of people that he spoke badly about, right? Like when I say this man just didn't care, he attacked Crips, Bloods, GDs, Vice Lords, Jay Prince, anybody who was in media. Like he was coming at him, man. He would come at people about their parents, their kids, personal things, right? He would make personal attacks on dead people, Nipsey Hussle being one of them, right? And he when this dude first surfaced, I thought for sure we were gonna end up seeing something, in the news about his demise, right? I'm like, yeah, he down there in Texas. Them Dallas dudes don't play. They gonna get at him, and like Houston dude, like I know how these dudes roll, right? So I didn't think he would still be around and still saying all this inflammatory stuff about these street dudes, right? These dudes who, all of them got choppers and what they call these glizzies and all these different FNs and all. Yeah, I'm not in that world, right? And I don't claim to be, but I do hear what they say and I watch what they do. And it's funny that they would do these things to each other, but they wouldn't do anything to this pedophile who's talking shit about everybody in the industry, calling out everybody, just making up stuff. He just super disrespectful. He gets caught by himself, and he's able to get away from people because he mace them. Yeah, but you killers, like the police mace you. That ain't bothering you, right? But we're gonna get right to it, man, because I got something. I'm gonna share my screen. I ain't even gonna talk about it anymore. I'm just gonna show you where is it at, and then you be the judge, right? You be the judge. After you see it, like I say, some things you can't unsee. So this is the young lady who Charleston White raped, right? This is her
Age
on Boss Man.
were you when this all happened?
Um, about 11 or 12, and we was at my auntie house. Charleston had just came home from TYC, and I was getting out the shower or whatever, and he came in there fondling me, Um, I had watched one of his videos here recently because I had heard about how he was on there making jokes about when we was little, we used to have sex with our cousins. What the fuck? I mean, I'm sorry. What do they do that at?
Right. Where did they do that at?
Getting paperwork on what happened, but just what I wanted to reveal because I didn't feel like everything was appropriate at the time. We got district clerk office paperwork here now. So
District, yeah, district clerk.
First day of November 1998, Charleston White signed a court order arrangement to now or anytime after the day above contact the victim, Shalondra Price. Fine was 11 years old of age when contact was made. Sexual direct penetration was made. Defendant has previous convictions prior to current event. Paragraph 1 states the test was positive for defendant's semen. So, I mean, we got everything from the detective's name to the signature of the district clerk. I mean, I don't know.
And it says, this is crazy. This is crazy. He been tested positive for the semen, all matched up. Direct penetration, sexually direct penetration was made. Defendant has previous convictions prior to the current event. Paragraph 1 states the test was positive for defendant's semen. This is crazy. You got a detective name and phone number on here. March 16, 1999. Yeah. Is this yeah, Charleston. You can't keep hiding from all this. You can't keep hiding from this. Um, like I know it's painful that like at your age and you try to tell someone. I know like was it any kind of friction in the family, like people telling you lying?
Yeah, a lot of it came from like my aunts and stuff saying that I just wanted attention and stuff like that. Like, I really don't want to make this about anybody other than myself, you know what I'm saying? But as far as my immediate family, everybody was all on board after everything got processed and was, you know, systemized or whatever you might want, whatever great language you might want to use for it. And I haven't had to really revisit that except for when he came to Stop Six working at the club and then he had put that program there for kids. And I was just thinking, damn, for a person who always doing shit,
Okay.
you know what's going on, like if I was that young, that means Charleston was 19, right? 19, 20, something like that. I'm sorry. Um, hmm, I don't just think about it every day to remember the exact ages both of us was, but I do know he had just came home and he was a whole lot older than me. People think shit like that is funny and it's a joke, but if you ever go on my page, anything that I'm on there doing for the jail motivational speeches or any of that, if you just listen to it, it'll tell you the whole story. You know what I mean? This ain't something I just started dealing with. This is something I've been dealing with.
Okay, take your time.
Well, I don't know if that affects y'all the way it affect me, man, but it pissed me off, yo. Like this dude raped his cousin, his 11-year-old cousin, and he was 19 or 20. He just came home, and that's not his first charge for rape. That's not his first charge. This dude is a pedophile because these are children he's doing this to. But this the dude that you got on every podcast on YouTube. They glorifying and picking this rapist up. Listen to everything he say, and you hanging on every word like this dude is the new I don't know what, like, he's a guru on problem solving according to YouTube, but YouTube is using this dude. YouTube is using this dude because he get views. He gets views. They don't care. The algorithm is set for negativity. Negativity, that's it. And that's what he brings. He brings negativity. So everybody paying him to be on their podcast. You know, they, even though he's a piece of shit, you know, I mean, you got at some point, man, you gotta think about how it's affecting your soul, man. And this dude, like, I can't stand this dude. I had one interaction with this dude, and I know my old head gonna call me in a little bit to talk about this. Now, anybody want to call and talk about this? You got my number right there on the bottom. Somebody tried to call just now, and it went away. But if anybody want to call and say something about this Charleston White situation and how they, you know, they just the media, how they elect to put people. I'm referencing Charleston White. If you look in the thing it'll say on there, we're talking about this dude Charleston White, who is I don't mean a troll. Like he's a social media troll, and he, you know, he went from trolling people to now all of a sudden he's the voice of reason. They got him on all these shows. I saw him on a boxing promotion. He was like a guest promoter. Like, and this, all this come with a bag, right? So we determine who we you know, who makes money by supporting them or not supporting them. But right now on YouTube, they supporting them. I don't think you realize when he getting 1 million views, that's money in his pocket. So when everybody go on and watch this dummy and what he got to say, you're paying him, right? So you rate basically the media is putting a convicted rapist and pedophile in front of you, right? Not just that, we ain't done, right? Because I got inside information from my old head. I don't even know if he want me to say his name. I'm not even going to say his name. I wanted to bring him on, but you know, he's in California, so it's a lot earlier out there, so he's probably asleep. But I have the recording from Charleston White admitting to his mother that he has raped. Admitting to his mother. He ain't not raped one time. He's done it, right? So let me see if I can pull up this recording. This is Charleston White telling his mother, like his mother was upset about the whole situation, right? And you know, she said something to him, and this is his response to his mother. See if I can play it loud enough. And this was on TikTok. Let me see if I can play it. What is this thing doing? It's kind of the way he sent it over, man. Here we go.
Who let Charleston White talk to kids? I raped as a little boy, nigga. We raped white bitches and little boys, nigga. So what? Yeah, nigga, you can't fight, though. The game is a rapist. He raping as a grown man, nigga. Yeah, so what? So what, nigga? Yeah, bitch ass nigga. We done a whole bunch of things in the name of running trains, nigga. Yeah, we done a whole bunch of things in the name of running trains. You take it on Facebook, you done lost your mind. I told mama always wanted to be a porn star. Don't call me telling me about nothing about what somebody called and told you about what I do on Facebook. Mama, you ain't on Facebook. I always want to be a porn star, mama. So put my penis on Facebook. I done raped before. I done raped before. So mama called me back about 2 days later. And she said, son, did you say the other day you done raped people before? I said, yeah, mama. Yeah, I done a whole bunch of stuff up under the sun. She said, son, that ain't nothing to brag about. Oh, well, mama ain't bragging about it. But I sure ain't ashamed either.
All right. This dude admitted to raping. Now my OG on here right now, Melvin Farmer. Now, Melvin is the one who pointed all this stuff out to me, right? So What's up, Melvin?
What up?
Man, I'm joining your team, man. We got to get this nigga out of here. So
You owe me that live. I just sent you the thing. I got him, bro. When we hit Memphis,
yeah,
he ain't gonna move, but they invest. I bet he ain't said a word yet. I got 1.5 million views and still climbing, and he ain't said a word. You don't think he know? He troubled. Now what happens, Carlos?
Yeah.
I just put something else up where his mama, I talked about his mama like he talk about anybody else, punk bitch. Nigga, get on me. Follow me. Carlos said, no, I'm not letting them, nigga, my mama from Memphis. I got children. I don't give a fuck what gonna happen. You don't think real police that watch this, when they hear this, they looking?
Yeah, you're right.
They go on and look.
Yeah, so Melvin, what happened with Memphis? Like, for people who don't understand what happened in Memphis, tell them what happened.
What happened, bro? Charleston White went there flossing, and when he got there, I happened to get at that time, that's 2-3 years ago, and I've been talking to him on where they covered it up. And what happened was he went there, and all of a sudden the tape went off. And I forgot all about it, like, it ain't too much. But then I heard him one day on the show. These are called video confessions because I've been in court with Lil Dirt. I've been in federal court with Big U. I'm the one that linked it, that loose cannon got knocked out. Whack 100, all them I talked to. So I don't need the internet. So anyway, Charleston White go there, and he said something on the internet where he said, I want to thank Mr. Phillips for allowing me to come to the Memphis school. But to my ears of knowing what type of imposter he is and knowing something happened, he didn't say the name of the school.
Okay.
The video you got with him standing at the school,
yeah,
you're going to meet a guy named Lamont Macomb. See, it ain't just me. It's going to be a guy named Lamont Macomb. He made the video and recorded it and made it the way he put the sound bites on. So I wanted to ask what happened at the school. Who allowed a pedophile to come, a rapist that said he killed children? This is when he was up under Nat Turner.
Yeah.
Now they're going to go back and look at his tape, deactivated accounts. They're going to see he been seen it, and all kind of perverted shit before he met me and used me to get credibility.
Okay.
So we go to the school, and I called the school 3 times. A secretary asked, I got it on tape, and I asked her, who allowed Charleston White there? No. When I got that, I put that picture you got, and I asked anybody know the name of the school. Took me about 3 months of grinding to where somebody just said, yeah, and an incident happened there. That opened the door. I went and matched the school with the tile at Shelby, Sherwood Elementary, middle school.
In Memphis.
In Memphis, Shelby County. So I called in the first 3 times me and my partner called. The secretary said he's never been there and there's no principal by the name of Phillips. So we got tired of it and say, look here, bitch. We know he was there. Here go this goddamn video. Put him on the phone. I know what happened. I pressed her. He finally got on the phone. Then he gonna say, I didn't know it was him. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He's for the kids. And I say, motherfucker, did you see this shit? Don't play with me. Then he said, oh, that don't make no difference. I say, what happened there, man? Something happened to where y'all put him off for inappropriately touching a child and you're covering it up. And so then, see, I cover my ass. CYA. Then I wrote the Memphis School Board, and they put me on with all the big boys, and they had a huddle because this is a problem. And then they got with me a little bit, and then I let it go. Because I want him to get some money so when they come out, they can sue him and they're going to break him.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. And then those that have supported him, that was on his team, that knew this happened, that's a crime because of that. See how this gonna get deeper?
Oh yeah, they were complicit. They were complicit.
Anywhere that ain't the United States, I'm gonna ask for deportation because they are helping a child, basically active child predator. See, the jig's up.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be a warning shot to social media. And what better playground than the play where you can be whoever? This man has manipulated the system, the black people, and everything else, and he hid it under cover. That ain't happening. We could have pulled the curtains back. I am, and I don't really care about nobody's opinions as far as the legal, because we're going to be in court. And I promise you, he's going down because it's the right thing to do.
Well, I gotta say I appreciate you because like you've been on his ass for a minute, like no homo, but you've been pushing this issue. Nobody listening. You've been calling me, telling me, and you know you made me listen. I ain't give a fuck how busy I was. You made me listen until I paid attention to what you were saying. And now once I see it, I can't not do anything. I gotta do something. They got a pedophile and rapist. They pushing on our children, on everybody on YouTube, and somebody gotta be held accountable.
And let me tell you what YouTube do to me and what this nigga do. He'll call in and complain about your shit and get it took down. Then got a crew of niggas and punk motherfuckers that are write shit to try to slander you. He ain't shit. He got a man, 2 men. He's destroyed every life around him.
Yeah.
Because he has been destroyed, Buster.
Yeah. I know why you could, because he used, like, if it wasn't for your name, nobody would know who the fuck Charleston White is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not even that. I'm like this. Anybody come to me, you're gonna hear from Latarius Dunbar that came down here. Dallas football. Oh, here go Mob B. I'm gonna have him tie in this Suge Knight boy, because every morning this the real Breakfast Club here, Carlos. You know that.
Yeah.
We might talk to Jeff Ford, Larry Hoover, calling from the penitentiary. Here go Mob James right here. Hold on.
All right. This is Melvin Farmer on the line.
B. Hello. What's going down? What up? I'm on the phone with Carlos. We doing the show. We on Charleston White ass. This is my nigga Mob B.
What's happening, homie?
Yeah, this Suge Knight boy. Everybody call him Reggie Wright, Ali Zoe, you name him, they call him. And he been on Charleston White ass with me too. And he riding with us. We talk about Charleston White buster ass. What up? What's going down with your boy? No, not too much. So you can listen in. But anyway, Carlos, people didn't think it. He do this. Here go a good example.
Yeah.
When we was little, I raped little white boys and girls.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he threw the white in, and then these black ignorant niggas that still believe wrestling real will sit around and say, oh, it's a white girl. No, that don't go like that. There's no color, no cut. So replace the white where I rape black.
Yeah.
And see, a pedophile like him that's active, there's a difference between a rapist and a pedophile. They have a fantasy. Now, I investigated Charleston White club, youth organization, never got a dime, never had a building, and he always meeting them at parks or riding on somebody else's back. So I think, and people also forget, and I want to find out, why did the police get fired after Charleston White got put off of school? He got fired, a 20-year vet, unless they had something out that said stay away from him, and he did it anyway. Nobody ever asked about that. So nobody never checked this boy's resume. I'm checking him from the look up to the check up, bro.
I think he's a plant. He's a plant, Melvin. He gotta be.
No, that don't make him a plant. No, because the police don't give a fuck. Charleston White would be up. Yeah, he's not a plant. He's a manipulative motherfucker. A plant is a ball. You won't know a plant.
So you don't think somebody behind him?
We ain't gonna debate whether he a plant. My opinion, I don't give a fuck what he is. Period. No.
He got to go. He got to go. All right, y'all. That was Melvin Farmer, yo. Like one thing, Melvin don't mess with Charleston White at all. You know, like me, the one time I engaged with this dude on Clubhouse, one of my homies called me and was like, man, you need to hear this dude talking crazy on here. And I didn't even have Clubhouse. And I downloaded Clubhouse because my homie TJ told me go on there. TJ told me, man, you got to hear this dude. And I go on there, and this dude, Charleston White, was in the Clubhouse. And I think it was Whack 100 he was on the Clubhouse with. Now, he was on there with some dude from like Chicago or something like that. I forgot his name, but they had like a lot of people on Clubhouse. So, you know, with Clubhouse, they got to invite you onto the stage so that you can talk. So I go on there and I raise my hand in you know, the little avatar or whatever, right? And they invited me onto the stage. And when I came on the stage, I forgot what we were building on, right? But I came in, I made Knowledge Born. I really I was knowledgeable on the subject, what they were talking about. And I guess they were kind of blown. They were like, man, where you from? They was asking me all kind of questions, and you know, this, that, and the third. And you know, they really, I guess they recognize you know, that I knew what I was talking about. So from that, the dude Charleston White was like, man, you the type of dude they need out here, you know, because my story or whatever, right? And I got his number, you know what I'm saying? He's like, man, holler at me, man. Take my number there. And he sent me his number in Messenger. I got his number right now. I still have it. And I've talked to him like one time since then. But that particular episode on what was it called? Clubhouse didn't end well because we continued to build. And now these are the two mediators, but they respect what I'm saying. So they got me on there as like a third mediator or whatever you want on their little show. And it's a lot of people in their Clubhouse, right? And at some point, Charleston White said something stupid. He said something I didn't agree with. Anybody tell you, I don't duck no wreck, right? So I'm not confrontational. I'm just a serial checker, right? So if you say something that needs to be checked, I'm checking it. I don't care who you are, right? I don't care, right? So he said something. I'm like, nah, hold up, homie. I said, nah, that ain't right and exact. We don't, you know, I don't even remember what it was, but he got offended. He got offended because I checked him. Man, what you mean? How you gonna tell me? So now he, you know, yelling, getting all like, man, who the fuck is you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like, so from there, we argue on the thing. And you know, I'm checking him, like, and then he kicked me off the stage. Like, they got, man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. He kicked me off the stage. So now I can't talk, but he continued to go in on me. You know what I'm saying? Like a coward. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't even respond. I'm mad. I'm heated, right? Because I can't say what I need to say to this dude, right? But yeah, that's the one encounter we had. And then I think I called him like years later, where I called. I was like, yeah, I still got that dude number. And I called him, I'm like, look, man, what you, and he told me what I tried to do something with, I don't know, with the television show. We had this, we had Fifth Sun TV. If anybody doesn't know, I'm director of communications for Fifth Sun TV, which is a network on Roku, black owned, founded by Dr. Larry Monk out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. And I was doing something for the show, for some show, and I called the dude, but and his number's still the same. And actually, I'm gonna call him now. I'm gonna call him now. So I'm gonna see if he want to defend himself, right? Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna ask him about the rapist. Watch this. Watch this. He might be watching. If he watching, he ain't gonna answer his phone. Nah. He ain't answering. So I'm guessing. Look, you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's what I just called. He don't have. He gonna probably hit me back. But either way, man. Yeah, I think it's over for him. Yeah, right now, what Melvin and them got for him, man, dude about to, dude about to he's gonna disappear for a little while. He after everything get out there, like man, he raped his cousin, 11-year-old cousin. He raped her, and then that's something else, right? The family tried to, make it go away, and I think that happens too much in our community, right? Families are trying to cover for their little rapist ass family members, like uncles, and like most of the women who are sexually molested at an early age or at any age, right? It's normally a family friend or an uncle, or it's always somebody who's close, right? So for that I have a little girl. I don't let nobody go nowhere near my damn daughter. I'm gonna keep like my daughter's 7. I'm like super protective of my kids, right? Because I've heard the horror stories about how kids would I don't even like to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we need to do a better job of protecting our children. Watch who our children are around. Like I know of a young lady, and I just found out like she's 20, no, she might 25, 26, young, right? 3 men living in the house with her and her young daughter. And why is that? Because she on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like she on drugs, and they all just sitting around doing drugs. Somebody need to get that little girl, because you got 3 men around your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the type of things, these are the type of conversations you need to have in our community. And we need to pay attention to, I ain't with all that just mind your business. No, a child is my business. Now, a child is my business, right? I don't care if it's mine or not. I pay attention to what's going on with other kids too. Yeah, because like I say, I'm a serial checker. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody need to be checked, I'll check them. If you're afraid to do some checking, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the day, man. Try to avoid putting money in that dude pockets. Don't put money in that dude pockets, man. Stop watching this stuff. Don't support anybody supporting Charleston White, right? Like what show is he always on? Not No Jumper. Who is it always? Has he been on Vlad? I mean, he's been everywhere, right? And give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they didn't know. Right? But boss man, he put it out there. That video that I showed has probably like 100 or something views. Why is it nobody watching that? Why nobody watching that? You don't want to know the truth. So that's one way of ignore. If you ignore the truth, that you still complicit. You really know. You just want to say, "Oh, I haven't seen the video." Nah, I just showed it. If you watched it, now you know Charleston White is a rapist and a pedophile. I'm gonna say it again. Charleston White is a rapist and a pedophile. It's recorded. He was convicted, and it wasn't his first offense, right? So he's a multiple rapist and pedophile, right? And what they're about to expose is what took place in Memphis, Tennessee. He was brought to a school by the principal of the school in Memphis. He brought a rapist and pedophile to his school. So one thing I know, most schools require some type of background check or screening before they allow you to come in as a volunteer or a speaker. And I'm pretty sure Charleston White was paid to come to that school. He didn't just come. They probably flew him into Memphis, put him in a hotel, and had him come speak to their children. Charleston White came to speak to children at a school, right? Now think about that. Think about that. A troll, a social media troll was so you'll bring a troll to speak to kids, but you won't bring someone like myself, right? Who was a recovered drug dealer, right? You won't bring them to your school. I've been to probably 4 schools to speak. I'll come for free, right? And I can assure you my message is going to be something that's impactful and needed by these children. But you're going to bring a social media troll to your school. What was the name of that school he said in Memphis? I forgot the name. Elementary school in Memphis. And guess what happened while he was at that school? He touched a child. Oh, are you serious? A pedophile touched another child? That's what they do. That's what they do. I've been around them, man. I take. I don't want to get too on my soapbox, but let me tell you one story about my experience with pedophiles. In federal prison, they have quite a few. We call them chomos, child molesters. That's our nickname for them, chomos, right? So the chomos have their own clique on the yard, right? Because they are ostracized by everybody else. When I was in, at Beaumont, Texas, chomos were beat up often, right? They would beat the chomos up. They would take all their groceries. Chomo might go to the store. We had one chomo that would go to commissary, which is a store, and would come back with a bag full of stuff. He'd go put it on his bunk, go to the bathroom. When he come back, that bag is gone. Whole bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then sometimes they might even just put a light press on chomos, right? When they get there, officers let you know, oh yeah, he's a chomo. So when it's no hiding that. There's no hiding that. We know you touch the kid, when you come. So, a dude might slide over and be like, man, look, man, you might have problems around here, man. People don't really mess with child molesters, right? So look, here go a list. Get this is $100 list. Get me all this stuff on this list, man. I'm gonna make sure nobody mess with you. All right. So now that's what we call a light press. That's extortion, right? So in other words, chomos got it hard in there. They got it real hard in there, right? So I was in hobbycraft because I'm an artist. I was painting, and it just happened to be this chomo that used to be in there painting all the time. And young chomo, he looked like he was a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you. So one day this chomo go to the hole, and I'm like, yo, why they send him to the hole? They sent this dude to the hole because he was drawing pictures of children and selling them to other chomos. They wanted that he was getting money off of drawing. No, I ain't just talking about just drawing pictures. No, drawing children in adult positions, or like he was basically doing child pornography with his hand. He was drawing it, and people were buying it, and they sent him to the hole for that. So this goes to show you, right, that you thinking that they come in and they can recover. I don't think there is a possibility in hell that they're gonna ever change. Right? I don't like, and that's from me being around them. This is a sickness. This is a sickness. This is an illness. This is a defect mentally. It's a mental defect that if you can go in there and shoot it out of their brain, or with lasers or something like that, maybe you could get it out of there. But just by sending them to prison, that doesn't change anything. They got programs in prison now for chomos. They got curriculum set up where they try to teach them not to be attracted to kids anymore. Yeah, this is what we dealing with, right? And this is what Charleston White is. He's a pedophile. He's a chomo. He's always going to be one. He's always going. Why do you think he disrespects women so much? He talks about women like dogs. So because he don't like them. He don't like them. And this same dude got a child foundation, or what is it? Some type of something. Yeah, because he want kids around. You know what I'm saying? That's like the boys and like the what is it? The boys club? What is that? The Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts of America go hiking in the woods with these men, teaching you to be Boy Scouts, and then they get accused for all these sexual molestations in these tents. Yeah, why you think they want to be around little boys? Like that ain't something I ever thought of. What I'm saying? Go be in the woods, man. Nah. So you got to be careful, man. Protect your kids, man, and and stay away from Charleston White. With that, I say peace.